Tashank, good evening. Aditi, good evening. Please let me know if you can hear me. Yes, no on the chat box, please. Yeah, perfect. All right. Okay, thank you for confirming. And we have some viewers on YouTube also. YouTube viewers, please confirm if you can hear me and also see the screen. Yes, no, in the chat box, please. Yeah, all right. Yes, okay, good. Perfect. So, good evening, everyone. Today is the day 4 of Career Conclave, and we have with us is Dr. B. Ramesh. Ramesh, sir, good evening.
Good evening. Good evening.
Yes. All right. So, Dr. Ramesh has been actually instrumental in planning this entire career conclave. And with his university's support and IPS support, we have successfully completed 4 days of learning. There is one more day, and one of the most favorite topics that all of you are waiting for, that is regulatory affairs, careers and regulatory affairs, that will be taking up tomorrow. But today, Dr. Ramesh is here with us. He is the Dean of Academics and Accreditations at Rajiv Gandhi University, at Adichanchangiri University of Karnataka. Welcome, sir. You would like to talk a little bit about this conclave and about IPA?
Thank you, Mr. Manoj. Thanks.
Sir, your screen is frozen. Uh, Sir is facing a little bit of difficulty with internet, but I think he'll be back. Just let's wait for a few seconds. Meantime, just checking with on YouTube and on Zoom, everybody is able to hear us. Yes, no, in the chat box, please. Yeah, all right. Thank you, Sashank. You may share this link with your groups also. If anyone is interested to join on Zoom for interaction, they can do that. All right, I'm waiting for Dr. Ramesh to be on the screen again. Yeah, he's facing some issues with his internet. Let's wait for him. Meantime, you want to give a feedback on how the sessions have been so far? We completed 3 sessions already. Today is 4th session. Were you able to pick up some learnings from these sessions? Yes, no, in the chat box. Yes.
Sorry, Manoj. There was some.
No problem, sir.
Yes,
No
yeah.
problem. You're back, sir. Now again, now we can see you. We can't see you, but yes, we can hear you.
Okay, just I am.
Yeah. Yes.
I
Yes.
have
Now we can
logged
see
in through
you
my handset. Yeah, yeah.
when you with your phone. Yes, sir.
Good evening, all of you, and I welcome all the participants and delegates for this career pharmacy career conclave. Just a minute.
Yeah, you are active on both the screens now. Yes, we are. We can see you on phone, sir.
I will leave in one.
Yeah. Otherwise, it will be echo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, yes. Perfect.
Yeah. Myself, Dr. Ramesh, I represent currently 2 organizations. First one is Adi Chinchanagiri University, a multi-faculty university started in 2018, which is recently accredited by NAC with A plus grade. Currently, I am working as Dean Academics and Accreditation, taking care of the multi-faculty disciplines like medicine, pharmacy, nursing, engineering kind of stuffs. And also, I am a secretary of Indian Pharmaceutical Association Karnataka State Branch, which is trying to bridge the gap between industry and institutions. So, in doing so, Manoj is very instrumental in conducting these 5 days pharmacy career conclave, which will be useful. And both Adi University and IPA Karnataka State Branch will continue to do this type of activities, which really benefits the stakeholders and students in particular. I wish these days deliberations are successful one, and also uh, we assure that Manoj and ourselves will collaborate for more such type of initiatives. That's all from my desk. Over to Manoj for continuing the sessions. Thanks for the
Perfect, sir.
opportunity.
Thank you so much for the trust and the opportunity, sir. We'll definitely do great and will definitely help our students to do the best. Thank you so much. And I'll take the session from here on. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, participants, the session will start now. Please confirm if you are able to see the screen. Yes, no, in the chat box. Yes, all right. How about on YouTube? Yes, all right. Yes, from both the places. All right. So today's session is all about how to use LinkedIn for career growth. If you follow me through previous sessions, I have already covered more than 8-9 hours of content on LinkedIn. And through this session, I'll just try to give some tips. It will not be a through session, definitely, but then I'll just try to give you some tips over how to use LinkedIn. All right. It will be just tips, but then if you want a more detailed version of it, you are most welcome to look at the previous recordings of the sessions. Some of you already know me. I have been conducting these webinars for the past 5 years now, and more than 450 webinars I've already conducted, not just for pharmacy, but also other healthcare professionals. My focus areas are both pharmacy and medical writing as such. And my uh, quest or desire is to equip the pharmacy professionals and healthcare professionals to leverage the digital platforms as much as possible, uh, not just for their professional growth, but also for their personal growth. We talk a lot about professional growth all the time, but nobody really talks about the productivity and personal growths, right? So my focus areas are these two. And these webinars have been possible with the help of a lot of industry experts uh, who have come into these webinars as expert speakers and have spoken on different topics. We have covered about 80 plus career opportunities in pharmaceuticals through experts all around the world. And then over 50 plus hours of content on medical writing itself. And then in this, again, the objective is to create awareness, and there are thousands of people, or not people, professionals who have been benefited through these webinars. So today's session will be just tips on how to use LinkedIn for growth. Uh, if you have your LinkedIn profile ready, please keep the link ready, and then during the Q&A, you may share the link, and maybe I'll try to give you a demo on how to update it and also how to look for jobs and opportunities on LinkedIn. All right. So if you're good to go, let's give me a thumbs up. Please give me a thumbs up, and let's get started with today's session. Yes, all right. Thank you, Nidan, for confirming, and thank you everyone on YouTube as well. So let's get started. The objective is to understand how to use LinkedIn for career growth, and these are the contents of today's session. We'll try to understand what is LinkedIn and why it is so important these days, and then we'll understand how it works. Okay, because only when you understand how a platform works, you can actually do great, right? You can do good. We'll also have a Q&A at the end of the session. Make a note of all the questions. Keep writing the questions as we progress ahead. And then ask specific questions related to today's session. You can also throw general questions on medical writing and other pharmacy careers. I'll try to answer them as well. If you want me to give some demos at the end of the today's session, then your questions are important. So questions like how to search a job, questions like how to upskill, questions like how to add keywords on LinkedIn, right? So these are some general questions which normally students ask. If you also have these questions, you may ask, and I'll show you a live demo on LinkedIn as to how to do this, okay? And then, of course, if you want me to review your profile based on my experiences, I'm not an expert yet. But then, yes, based on whatever I have learned so far, interacting with thousands of students across, if you want me to review, I'll definitely do that as well. Okay. If you have any questions, you can always unmute and talk. Mansa, yes, if you have a question, please go ahead. Do you have a question? You have raised your hand on Zoom. So if you have a question, you can unmute and talk. If it was by mistake, you can lower the hand, no problem. All right, so I guess it was by mistake, so it's okay. I'm lowering the hand for now. Let's go ahead and continue the session. If you have any specific question, you can always ask at the end of the session, okay? All right. So what is LinkedIn, right? So if you have been using LinkedIn as a platform, more or less, you know that it's like a social media platform, just like a Facebook or Instagram, or there are over 130 different social media platforms globally, right? LinkedIn is not just a social media platform, it's the world's largest professional networking platform, right? It is also the world's largest applicant tracking system. Now, if you don't know what is applicant tracking system, it's perfectly fine. You can make a note of the word applicant tracking system. You can go on to my YouTube channel and have a look at about 1.5 hours of content that is specifically delivered on a applicant tracking system and how it works for hiring and firing of candidates in the corporate world, right? Now let's come to the topic here. So LinkedIn is the world's largest professional networking site. That's number one. Number two, it is also the largest applicant tracking system where hundreds and thousands of job opportunities are posted, hundreds and thousands of candidates are hired on a regular basis through this platform, right? There are over professionals from over 200 countries active on LinkedIn as a platform. You can connect to mentors from across the globe. I have connected to so many hundreds and thousands of people across the globe, and I'm so proud of it, right? I keep learning a lot of things from them. And then there are a lot of mentees who are learning with me, and I'm also one of the mentees for my mentors. So we keep learning with each other. Lakhs and lakhs of employers. When I say lakhs, you can go and search on LinkedIn. There are over 60 lakhs companies which are present currently on LinkedIn. And the recruiters from these companies hire professionals on the platform itself because, again, it's the world's largest applicant tracking system. One of the world's largest applicant tracking system. Okay. So again, if you just want to understand what you can do on this platform, there are so many things that you can do on the platform. So number one is you can have a profile on the platform, right? You can have a personal profile. This personal profile is like an online website of yours, which is active 24/7, which is marketing you 24/7 on the platform itself. When I ran a poll yesterday on our WhatsApp channel, some of you said you are present on the platform, but you are not active, right? So we'll understand how to become active. Some of you said, what is LinkedIn? So I already answered that question, right? Now, when I say profile, you can have a profile or online link on LinkedIn that is like a digital resume for you. This resume is available on your fingertips on your phone, and whenever you want, you can simply just log in and update it, right? And what you can include in your profile, you can add your education, your experience, your skills, your endorsements, your recommendations, your courses that you have done, your assignments that you have completed, maybe projects that you have completed, any specific article you have published, everything can go onto your profile, right? Then next one is you can have connections. Connections are the professionals on this platform. The professionals can be your colleague, your classmate, your alumni members, your company owners, who are part of the platform itself. And you can build a network of connections on this platform, right? Then you can have groups. There are, just like Facebook, there are groups, right? So on LinkedIn also we have a lot of groups, and these groups are specific to profession. For example, I'm a medical writer. I'm part of a lot of medical writing groups. If you are interested in regulatory affairs, there are groups on regulatory affairs. If you are interested in pharmacovigilance. There are groups on pharmacovigilance. When you join these groups, what happens, right? These people are, have a common interest, right? Groups are, made of people with common interest, right? So when you join one of these groups, what happens? You get to learn from these people who are having a common interest. They share content, they discuss about the industry trends, and then they connect with each other, right? So, for example, I'm part of one of the IT groups, and in one of the IT groups, there was this question which was asked that, okay, I want to develop an e-commerce site. Anybody is available? And I replied to that person, and we worked together and we developed the platform together, right? So these groups help not just in discussing, but also getting opportunities and networking, right? Then we have company pages. So I told, right, there are more than 60 lakhs companies which are present on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a big platform, very, very powerful platforms. And companies, what they do basically, they showcase their brand. They share updates about the company. They connect with the employees. They connect with clients. They connect with potential customers. So all of this happens on the platform itself, right? Now, companies can also provide job listings. Now, if you go to Biocon's page, for example, Biocon is Bangalore-based company. If you go to their page, you'll find they have posted some job opportunities, right? You can go to these job opportunities, you can learn about the job opportunities, and you can apply directly through the platform. Why again? Because LinkedIn is again, it's an applicant tracking system where both hiring and hiring processes happen on the platform itself. Then you can have messaging and endorsement. You can message people, you can endorse them, you can provide feedback about the work they're doing. And endorsements are like reviews. They help us in validating others, profile and highlights, users' expertise, right? Then what happens? You can share content. You can write articles. You can, share updates. You can provide video files. You can update multimedia files. You can do all of this on this platform. I'll share more of, about each of these as we progress. Okay. Then you can recommend people, and people can also recommend you. Recommendations are very powerful, right? When we recommend or we get recommendations from other, it gives credibility about our profile. So recommendations are a powerful way to get credibility. Then you can have events. I keep organizing events on LinkedIn. So all these webinar updates goes on LinkedIn, and people can directly sign up from LinkedIn itself for the events. They join the webinars, they attend the webinars, they give feedbacks. And then what happens when they attend the webinars or the events, they can network with each other. So networking is another powerful thing that happens when they attend the events. I'll show you some examples, as we progress. So if you ask me, definitely I'll show you some examples. Then last one is learning and development. LinkedIn is a very powerful platform. It has a lot of courses, on the platform itself. You can sign up. There are a lot of thousands of courses which are for free, and there are many thousands courses which are also paid. So you can improve. You can learn a lot from these courses just by signing up. Right? They also have a mobile app which you can install on your phone, and then through the phone itself, you can continuously keep learning on different topics. There are a variety of topics, like, for example, artificial intelligence, data sciences, communication skills, writing content, networking. All of these skills you can learn directly from the platform itself. And then LinkedIn also has a powerful way of, certifying you. So when you are learning on the platform, you can get a certificate directly from LinkedIn, and this certificate can be posted on the platform, and this will show that you have learned something from the platform. So it also validates your learning, right? So that's a powerful way. Now, why LinkedIn and why not other platforms, right? You may ask, why LinkedIn? There is this Facebook, there is Instagram, there are so many different platforms. So why not other platforms? Why only LinkedIn, right? Why? Because LinkedIn is a professional networking site. Of course, now you will see a lot of Instagrammers on LinkedIn posting all the Instagram type of content. But then the sole purpose of LinkedIn was to be a professional networking site. It is designed specifically for professional networking, and it provides a platform for individuals to connect with colleagues, mentors, and industry professionals. So it can help you to build a professional relationship with all these professionals on the platform. And this is different from other social media platforms, right? On the other social media platforms, we simply connect with people are our friends, and then we share updates, and then this update goes to them. But this kind of networking does not happen on any other platform compared to LinkedIn, right? So LinkedIn is that powerful. Then you can have a professional brand on LinkedIn. Now, professional branding is absolutely important these days, right? So uh, it can help you to showcase your expertise, highlight your skills, your accomplishments, and build your professional brand. This gives a lot of professional credibility also, right? So building professional brand is something which is possible on LinkedIn and may not be possible on other platforms. You can be an influencer on other platforms, but professional branding is something that happens exclusively on LinkedIn. Okay. You can use it for career development, right? How? Because you are showing your skills, your experiences, your achievements, and you are making this platform a tool, an effective tool for career development, right? And recruiters and employers are using this platform to find potential candidates. Thus, it is one of the most valuable resource for job opportunities, right? This does not happen on many other platforms. So this is the reason why LinkedIn is powerful. All right, let's go to the next one. Business promotion. So many companies which have page on LinkedIn, they use LinkedIn for promoting their services, finding clients, partners, potential customers, right? For B2B, business to business networking and marketing purpose. You might have seen sponsored advertisements on LinkedIn for hiring, right? I'll show you some demos, after the session. All right, right. Then you can get industry specific updates. Now this is very, very important. So if I'm from medical writing, I would like to know more about what is happening in medical writing domain, right? This I may not find on other platforms exclusively. So LinkedIn is very powerful in that manner, and professionals share a lot of insights, articles, updates, related to their fields. This also allows users to stay informed about trends, advancements, and best practices. So yesterday, somebody asked me, how to stay informed, how to stay updated about trends, advancements, and best practices in pharmaceuticals. LinkedIn can be of help because let's say you want to apply for a company. If you follow that company on this page, you get all the updates from the company directly on your inbox, right, as a notification. All right. Recruitment and talent acquisition. A lot of employers, recruiters use LinkedIn to identify and reach out to potential candidates. This platform is not just for posting a job listing, but also reviewing resumes and connecting with the candidates who may be a good fit for their specific role. And LinkedIn has a algorithm, a system wherein we can understand if the candidate is of good profile or not, right? There are certain ways in which we can understand this. So it has a very, very powerful system. All right. Learning and development, I already told you there are a lot of online courses, tutorials, uh, which we can use for acquiring new skills, updated about the industry trends, and we can demonstrate our commitment to continuous learning, right? Many students say, I'm a lifelong learner. Now, what do you mean by lifelong learner? By acquiring skills and knowledge all the time, by putting all the certificates that you are learning on the platform itself. And how do you validate this? Through this platform, right? When you are learning some new skills on LinkedIn, you get the certificate, you upload the certificate directly on the platform, and it gives you a unique code where the validation happens. So you are a lifelong learner here. So learning and development is something that happens continuously on the platform itself, right? Next is credible and professional environment. So it is, compared to other social media platforms, it is still one of the most credible and professional, site, right? Sites like Instagram and Facebook and other platforms, they're more of sharing our updates. But here, you can have that professional connect, right? There can be business focused environment. It's highly business focused environment. And then this can help us in career related interactions. We can use this platform for our career related interactions. Recently, LinkedIn reached more than 1 billion users. Now this is huge, right? So if you're present on the platform, if your profile is very active on the platform, your profile can reach 1 billion users from 200 plus countries, which is huge, right? More than 60 lakh companies, 200 countries, 1 billion users. Huge, right? This kind of reach specific to professional connect does not happen on any other platform. So it is huge, right? Now let's try to understand how to use this platform, okay? So what are the steps in which we can use this platform? So the number one step is always to create a professional profile, right? When I say professional profile, your profile has to have 3, 4 elements. Now, if you see on the screen here, maybe I'll just highlight this. Okay, maybe. So for example, first one is to have a professional picture. Now, this picture of mine looks much younger, right? Uh, I was wearing a t-shirt and then it was a cheerful event day. So your picture has to be taken, with a front-facing camera, and you should be smiling because when you look at somebody who's smiling, you instantly get connected, right? So that's the objective. So your picture has to cover, your face has to cover about 70% of this, circle on LinkedIn, and it has to have a smiling face. That's number. Is this banner you see here? You are showcasing what exactly you do. In this case, I train medical writers. So I say, okay, if you want to learn medical writing, you just follow me. And that I keep sharing a lot of updates related to medical writing, right? Next one is your name. And so let's erase this. Next one is your uh, name here, right? Now see this part here, your name and degree. Now, the other day I was telling that most of the pharmacy students don't write their degrees correctly, right? So it's very true. Some of us write M pharmacy, some of us write M without space pharm, and then we don't specify the specialization. That's a wrong way of presenting, right? Whenever you write your name and degree, please be professional and write completely. Your name cannot be in lowercase, it has to be in proper case. Sentence case, the first letter always has to be in capital, right? The name has to be correctly written. Your degree has to be correctly written. Your location has to be correctly placed. When you do this, then your profile looks professional, right? You can highlight your experience, your skills, your achievement, whatever you have done in that field through this profile itself. Now, just by looking at this profile of mine, many people would like to connect if they're interested in learning medical writing. Of course, not everyone wants to connect, but then those who are interested in learning medical writing, maybe they will be interested to connect, right? So what are the requirements here? The requirement is number one, you should have a professional picture. Don't put a selfie picture, okay? Have a professional one. Ask somebody to take a picture and upload it. Then write something about what you are doing or what you want to do, what you want to achieve, right? So let's say you want to get into pharmacovigilance. You can say aspiring pharmacovigilance professional. That's all on the banner, nothing else, right? If you've done B Pharm, write B Pharm. If you've done M Pharm, write M Pharm. If you've done Pharm D, write Pharm D. If you've done any other degree, please write that, okay? And then highlight your expertise. When I say highlight, there is an option here just below this photo where you can write about yourself. So it's a 2000 character space where you can describe yourself, what you do and how you do. All of that can be written here. So once you have done once you have made the professional profile, then you want to highlight certain things, right? What is it that you can highlight? There are many things. Number one is your expertise. Now, some students say, I'm just a student. What expertise should I write? Even though you're a student, you may have certain expertise, right? Uh, Maybe writing skills, maybe communication skills, maybe presentation skills, maybe management skills, right? For example, I know a few students who are still in the college. If I give a task to them to manage an event, they do it very beautifully, in very successful manner. So all those are part of your expertise, right? And then expertise and specialization go hand in hand, right? So when you highlight that, you become one of the, choice, your professional of choice for people, right? Highlight your specialization. So if you're doing, let's say, MPharm in pharmaceutics, or pharmaceutical chemistry, or pharmacology, or pharmacognosy, highlight that. When you highlight, you get a very high chance of connecting with people who are in the same domain, right? People, we always want to connect with people who are in the same domain, right? It helps. Then highlight your skills. You can have so many skills. On LinkedIn, you can add up to 50 skills, right? So that's powerful. All of us cannot have all the expertise in all the skills, right? But we can always add a lot of skills on the platform. And this showcases our profile to other people when they're searching for individuals with these skills. All right. Next, you can highlight projects. So if you are working on a specific project in your college or industry, you can highlight those projects. You can highlight or attach documents related to the projects, and this will then help you to connect with specific recruiters, professionals in the domain, or hiring managers who are looking for specific project related works, right? How to use LinkedIn. Now, these are some of the ways of using LinkedIn. So let's see one of the important ways of using LinkedIn by sharing content. Now, some students say, okay, I'm just a student, what content shall I share? Right. So if you are a student, you can share two types of content. This is again valid for everyone, right? Even I've been in medical writing for 17 years. I can still share the two types of content. Now, what are those two types of content? Number one is what you are learning. Okay, I learn every day. Whatever I'm learning, I can share that today I learned this XYZ topic. Okay. Next one is you can share what you are expert in. So all of us are expert in something, right? Even if you are a student, you will be expert in something. You can just take a blank sheet of paper and write everything you have expertise in, right? Some of the students are very uh, active on social media, so you can write about that you know Facebook well, or you know Instagram well, or you know how to edit videos, for example. You know how to make a good presentation, for example, right? You know how to manage an event, for example. These are all skills. So if you're learning something, you can write. If you have expertise in something, you can write about that. And people always want to read content which can give knowledge and which can give them experience, right? Experience comes from my own story. So for example, if I completed a project, I can explain about that project in 5 steps. So 5 steps to do literature search, for example, or 5 steps to do video editing, for example, 5 steps to create LinkedIn profile, for example. These are something which I'm learning or I'm expert in, right? So if you write such content based on your experience, then people want to like it. People want to read it. People want to use that content for learning and improving, right? All of us want to learn and improve in some ways, right? And when we learn from others' experiences, we try to learn better and faster. All right. Next. Next, how to use content. Uh, you can write articles. Now, when you are creating a post on LinkedIn, you can, write about 2,000 characters. But when you write an article, you can write in thousands of words, right? And when you write article, it showcases your expertise or your research skills or writing skills as such, right? So as students, when you write a lot of articles, what happens? You can write articles on learning, or healthcare trends, or scientific advancements. All of this you can do it, right? And when you are doing all of this, what really happens? It helps you to showcase your skills and all of that to the people, right? It's very important. All right. Yeah. Then you can write about scientific advancements in the area. Okay. And see, everybody wants to connect to people who are experts in the domain, right? And this can happen only if you are just give me 1 second, huh? All right, I'm back. Okay. So when you write articles, you can showcase your authority in the field and you can reach out to broader audience. How? Because when you are writing content, you're writing a lot of keywords, and these keywords help people to search content, right? LinkedIn is also a search engine, just like Google, where you go and search content. LinkedIn also is a search engine. So when you're writing content, what's happening? People can search you on the platform. People can locate your content on the platform. And when they come across your content, they read your content, it highlights your expertise to them, right? So it's a powerful way to connect to people, right? It's a powerful way to showcase your expertise. Now, as a student, are we experts? May not be, but then are we in a position to share content? Definitely, yes, right? In most of the colleges, we have college magazines. And when we publish content in the college magazines, probably our college students and professionals read. But if you write articles on LinkedIn, probably few thousands of people may read, right? People from maybe 200 countries may read the same content, right? So publishing here is very, very powerful. So whatever you're writing in the college magazine, just take one extra step, maybe elaborate the content a little bit more, and then write content. The only thing is, don't use copy paste or don't use AI, right? Even if you're writing a content, if it has some mistakes, it's perfectly fine. We are all humans and we are, bound to make mistakes. But when we try to, use some tools and just copy and paste the content, we lose that credibility. All right. So the caution for all of us here is when you write, you show your depth of knowledge and expertise. The depth of knowledge can be superficial also. It's okay. As we progress, we can always, learn more and more, right? And then be original. Make mistakes, no problem. Improve, learn, and can move on, right? So we can. So the first article we write will be maybe the average article, but if you keep writing it, the 10th article when you write, it'll have a good, content, right? So when you keep writing, you near towards expertise. All right. Please believe me, there is no one who's perfect. Even after so many years in the medical writing domain, I have not seen a person who's perfectly perfect, right? Perfectionism is a myth. It is not true. And all of us are learners. At the end of the day, we are all learning. And we are all, at the end of the day, we are showcasing whatever we are learning. All right. So give me a thumbs up if you like that. I always believe in this. Okay. All right. So let's continue. Next, how to use LinkedIn again. You need to interact on the posts, right? It's a lot of posts, people post content on the platform. When they're posting content, it just takes 2 seconds to interact, right? You can just like it, you can just put 2 sentences, you can just type something about that post, your thoughts, your feelings, whatever you felt. And there are a lot of people who are contributing, right? There are a lot of people who take a lot of time, spend a lot of time to write content. When you interact with these people, what happens? You are building that connection, right? And please remember, when you interact with people, group, participate in the group discussions, in the groups, within the group, right? And when you do all of this, what is happening? You're building connections. You're showing up every day, right? You're consistently present on the platform. People start recognizing you. People start recognizing your names, right? And people, when they know you, there is very high chance they'll refer you, right? So do you refer a unknown person in the company? Probably no, right? Maybe we all share resumes from unknown people, but we don't refer them in the company. The referral happens only when we know them individually. And how can we know people? By being present, right? By showcasing ourselves, by being consistent, right, on the platform, right? Again, what is next? You can connect with colleagues, you can connect with alumni and the industry professional. I did my B Pharm and M Pharm from Government College of Pharmacy here in Bangalore. And in the year 2005, I completed my B Pharm. In the year 2007, I completed my M Pharm. Fortunately, I had been lucky enough to be part of hundreds and thousands of people who are connected to me professionally through the alumni network. And still, whenever we need any help or support from each other, we are just a message away, right? So when we connect with people, people know us individually personally, and then referral becomes easier, right? When you connect with alumni, seniors, and other industry professionals from your own institution or college, you build a very strong network. Of course, it takes time. Please believe me, it will not happen overnight. It will not happen in 2 days, 3 days. But you have time. When you are in the college, you start doing this, right? You can start writing content, posting content, connecting with networks. By the end of your degree, by the end of your master's, you'll be able to have substantial amount of content or connections, right? And it requires effort. Nothing comes for free, right? So my ex-boss always used to say, Manoj, no, there is no free lunch, right? So you have to put some effort, you have to do some work, and then only you get that thing, right? So for that to happen, you need to put effort, you need to be consistently present on the platform, and people will start believing you only when they start seeing you, right? So build connections. This is a powerful people, and building connections happen only when people see you all the time on the platform. When I say all the time, don't be present, don't keep browsing the platform 24/7. Just need to spend about 15 to 20 minutes every day. That's all. Don't spend beyond that, because all these platforms are made to addict you, right? And addiction happens, and then these scrolls are all endless, right? There is no way we can stop it. The only thing is we need to block our time. We need to have a fixed mind saying that, okay, from 9 to 9:30 in the morning, I just want to use this platform, and be strict about it. Just use the platform, just connect with some people, just go and comment on their posts, write some content, and just update it. That's it, right? Don't just keep scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. It doesn't end there, right? And very important, when you connect your alumni, colleagues, and own college professionals, very high chance they'll refer you to the industry, right? So I got a call from one of my classmates. She and I did B Farm together, and she called me and said, "Manoj, do you know this junior?" And I said, "Yes, I know." And she said, "Oh yeah, so she has applied for a job in my company. Uh, is she good? Is she capable?" I said, "Yes, I interacted with a couple of times, and then she's fine. She's good. You can hire her." And then she said, "Okay, thank you, no problem. I'm going ahead and hiring." Right. So people also take your feedback. When you are connected with alumni, what happens? They know you, and then they can give you feedbacks. So always it's good, right? Instead of going to unknown person, we always go to our own college. Right. So this is what we do as alumni, as individuals. We try to focus, try to hire people from our own connections and network. Right. All right. So this is a question for all of you, right? So if you want to buy a phone on Amazon, what do you do normally? What is it that you look for when you are buying a phone on Amazon? Can you just message me in the chat box? What do you do? You're looking for a phone. You want to buy a phone. You buy something on Amazon. It can be phone, electronic gadget, or a book, anything, right? When you're buying, what do you look for? You look for price. I know definitely price is an important deciding factor. But apart from price, what is it that you look for? Specifications, good. Yeah. Reviews, absolutely. Specifications, yeah. Specifications covers everything. What next? Reviews, right? Price, right? So similarly, when you are on LinkedIn, right, it happens the same way. When you are looking for some professional on LinkedIn, people want to know about you. How is this person? How many people like him? How many people have reviewed about him? How many people have written about him? How many people have interacted about him? That is when the recommendations comes into picture, right? Just like on Amazon, the first thing we look at is probably the price, and the second thing look at the reviews, right? We look at the photos on Amazon, we look at the reviews on Amazon, we look at the price. If it is within our budget, we go for it. Same way, even on LinkedIn, the same thing happens. When somebody comes to your profile, he looks at the picture, he looks at the content you have written, he looks at the brief description that you have given. Finally, he looks at the recommendations. How many people are recommending this guy? How many people have written about this person? how many people have interacted with this person, right? So this really helps in decision making, right? And recommendations and endorsements are very, very powerful when it comes to decision making, right? And you can actually write recommendation about anyone. If your senior knows you well, the senior can come on your platform on LinkedIn and then write a brief about you, right? So let's say you have helped one of your seniors in the lab doing some experiment. The senior can write about you, how you have done that experiment, how well you document content, how well you document data, how well you streamline a process, how well you do the experiment. So such recommendations can help in showcasing your skills and expertise. And then it also helps you to get a lot of credibility, right? And then finally, when you are credible, when you are fitting in the budget of the recruiter, then referral happens, right? So recommendations and endorsements are very, very powerful way to connect to the recruiters, and then definitely it helps. All right, now let's come back. So, what did we know? Uh, when you are using LinkedIn, you need to showcase your work. Now, when I say work, it can be content. Just keep writing content, keep sharing the pictures of the lab that you're working in, and highlight what exactly you are doing, right? You can write publications if you have published some articles. These days, even B firms are doing research projects and they are also publishing content. So you can write, you can attach those publications, sample of your work, on the profile itself. And this acts as a 24/7 marketing tool for you, right? And then, uh, yeah, so you can write you can showcase your research works and articles. You can highlight your expertise. If you are involved in some kind of activities and events, you can highlight that as well, right? Engage with your network. Engagement is absolutely important. Let's say you are writing content. The first thing you are looking for is how many people are liking my content, how many people are commenting my content, how many people are engaging with my content, right? So it is always reciprocal. When you go and engage on others' posts, others also will come and engage with your posts, right? If you don't go and engage on others' posts, you keep scrolling, others will also do the same thing, right? They know that you may have visited their profile, you don't want to engage with them, so why would they come and engage on your profile, right? So always it is important for us to just go and write something on their posts, share some relevant content, congratulate on achievements whatever they have, and build meaningful relationships, and build opportunities for yourself. And having a profile just on LinkedIn is not enough today. So you need to show up, you need to be consistent, you need to interact, you need to write content. These things help you to, showcase your expertise. You need to build your profile over a period of time, right? You need to stay informed. Now, today's world is all about, what happened now, what happened yesterday, right? Yesterday we understood about CGMP, right? Current GMP practices, right? Similarly, on in our field, every single field, like in medical writing, for example, pharmacovigilance, regulatory affairs, all these fields, we need to stay informed of the latest updates that are happening, right? When you follow organizations, when you follow companies, when you follow influencers in the field of your interest, area of your interest, you get updated about latest happenings, right? So there is always an influencer in that area. Follow that person and see the kind of learnings that you can pick up faster, right? You can go and learn everything on internet today. Whatever I'm sharing now through these slides, this information is also available. But maybe when you're attending the session, you're learning something extra through the experiences that I'm sharing with you here, right? So same thing, when you go and follow people from the industry, when they share that content, they share with their experiences as well. And that helps you to stay informed in a better way. All right. And all of this will help you to get referrals and opportunities, right? Normally what happens, I have seen in my own experience in the corporate for about 17 years now, we always want to connect to the person, or we always want to refer to the person whom we know personally, whose work we at least we have seen, right? If I have not seen somebody's work, how do I refer that person? What if that person goes and joins the organization and does not do well, right? So we always want to refer to known people, right? Only when we know some people, then we prefer to refer to them, right? And always remember this, right? You may send, your resume to somebody may forward your resume to others. Forwarding your resume to companies is not known as referral. Hundreds and thousands of resumes are forwarded every single day through WhatsApp, through different platforms, and all of that. Forwarding the resume is not referral. Referral is when we connect to an individual, give a feedback about you, and then recommend you for that position. That is called as referral. And this will not happen with unknown people, right? How many of you agree on this with me? Yes, no, type in the chat box. Do you agree with me on this? Yes or no? Yeah, absolutely, right? So we always want to refer people who are known to us, whose expertise is known to us, and we know that they are capable of doing a certain task, right? Because if I refer somebody who's not capable of handling a project or a task, then it might create a very wrong impression about me in the organization. Yes or no? So it is always good to know people. And how do you know people? By connecting with them, by interacting with them, by showcasing what you can do, right? By giving your demos, right? All of us are products in the market, in the job market, right? You are a product, I am a product. All of us are products in the job market, right? So we always need to showcase our specifications, our attributes, our reviews, and our cost to the company. Only when we do this, then companies actually hire us, right? And this will happen through referrals. Almost 70 to 80% of the hiring in the pharmaceutical industry happens only through referrals, right? And referral is a powerful way to get hired in the company, but building that reputation for referral is very, very important, right? So I hope you found this useful so far. Yes, no, let me know. Yes. All right. So I'll take a pause for a few seconds and then, all right, perfect. So what I would do is I'll share the screen again and you need to take a screenshot of this, okay? This is the feedback link. Today, I'll not be mailing the feedback link to you. The feedback link will be presented here on the screen itself. You can give the feedback after the session. This is important for you to get the certificate, okay? Only when we receive the feedbacks from you, it helps us to improve our content for the next sessions. We also know what if we met your expectations or not, then we go and issue the certificate. So issuing feedback is important, giving the feedback is important. It helps us to improve as well, right? At the end of the day, we are also learning with you. All right, so if you're done taking the screenshot, let me know yes, no in the chat box. Yeah, perfect. So let's go ahead. And now it will be all demos. Okay, so I'll try to give you a lot of demo today on LinkedIn and how it works. So let's go ahead and review some of the profiles. So if you want your profile to be reviewed, can you just quickly send that to me on in the chat box? I've received at least 2 of the profiles. Okay, so yeah. So let's go ahead and review 2 profiles now. I received one from Abhishek and one more from Nidan. Okay, so let's go ahead and review first one, which is Abhishek's profile. I'll share this link, I'll share screen one more time so that all of you are able to see the screen. Just give me 1 second. If others also want to review, want me to review your profile, then you can send me that also, okay? And when I'm reviewing, I'm sharing my feedback, okay? So don't take me wrong. At the same time, don't feel bad also. If I can be upfront, I'll be telling some things. Make a note of this and see if you can improve on it, okay? And if you need my help, you can always message me and we can always discuss, all right? Now, this is Abhishek's profile. Abhishek sent me this profile on Zoom, all right? So what are the things which are missing here, right? If you remember the slides that I showed you, the first thing is your face has to be exactly front facing, right? Now this looks like a side pose. Okay, it's good, for Instagram and Facebook, but definitely it's not good for LinkedIn as a platform because it's more of a professional platform, right? So that's the first thing. Now the second thing is Abhishek Soni is who? What is he doing? What research oriented does not say anything, right? So you are research oriented, you are interested in research, it's fine, but what is your qualification? I don't know, right? So please write that. What is your qualification? Is it M Farm? Is it B Farm? Is it Farm D? Research oriented in what area? Is it medicine? Is it pharmaceuticals? Is it nanotechnology? Is it biotechnology? What is that field, right? So you can write 200 characters here at least and explain what you exactly do. This gives a lot of understanding to people who come to your profile. All right. Next one is, you see this banner here. You behind your photo there is an option where you can upload an image. Now this image is like what? It's like a, you see, go to the bus stops and metro stations and airports, you see all these big hoardings, right? Advertisements, yes or no? So this space is like an advertisement. It is an advertisement. I told you, right? All of us are products in the job market. You are a product, I'm a product. So we have to advertise about ourselves. When you put this information as a hoarding behind your photo, it quickly tells who exactly you are and what exactly you do, right? In case of me, if you go to my profile, I'll say, if you want to learn medical writing, you can watch these sessions, right? So people know that, okay, if I want to learn medical writing, if I follow this link, it can help me. Similarly, if you say that you are a research-oriented professional, what is it that you are doing? What is the area of research that you are working in? And this kind of helps people who visit your profile, right? So this part is absolutely important. When somebody comes to your profile, they spend few minutes here, and when you update this information, it helps them to this part here, right? So I talked about the photo, then I talked about this particular part here, which is the banner. Okay, this part, you can write advertisements here. This is your advertisement. You are all products, and this is like advertisement. Okay, then this part here, specify what exactly you do. You can spend about 200 characters. You can use any AI tool to write concisely and better in a better way and put that information here. So the moment somebody comes to this profile picture of yours, they know in 10 seconds what they can expect from you. That's very important, right? Because everybody is struggling with time. No one has so much of time for all of us. And then when we specify this information right here, in 10 seconds they exactly know who I am and what I do, right? Understood? Yes, no? Now let's come back to the next part here. Okay. All right. See here, you have written something about you. To pursue a challenging career in and excel myself in research profession as a research professional in a highly challenging. This is fine. This is something that I want. But what I am doing, it does not highlight, right? So what are the things that you need to talk about? You need to talk about two important things. One is, who are you? What do you do? And what is it that you want to do? Three things actually. Who are you? What are you doing? And what do you want to do? So if you put three things here, three information, that helps people to come onto your profile and connect instantly. All right. Next one is updates. Now, if you see here, second update is 1 month back. The first update is 1 week back. Now, if you post content which is like 1 week and 1 month, then you instantly tell them that you are not that active. Okay. So you can write something every single day. I told 15 to 20 minutes. I don't think it is too much of a time in our 24 hours of window. So 15 to 20 minutes is easy to spend, right? And you don't have to write too much of a content here. Write 2 lines, 3 lines, it's okay. I'll give you some examples, who write good content here. And also one more very important thing is, when you are uploading the certificates, don't post the certificate as a post. Post the certificate in the certification section. You come here down, right? There are options of uploading the certificates here in the certification section. So upload the certificates there. When you post, what happens? It does not show up after some days, and you cannot post all the certificates here. Understood? But when you are putting the certificate in this part here, skills and certifications, it becomes easier for people to see. Okay. All right. Now, this one also you can write a little bit. You can write few sentences about what you are doing, right? If you are doing M-Pharm pharmaceutics and drug design, what is your M-Pharm project, for example? What area of research you are working on? So you can write 2, 3 bullet points here, and it will showcase your skills in your research area. All right. Skills you can add up to 50, 50. Okay. So add skills relevant to your area of interest. Now, if you're not doing certain things, don't add those skills. Okay. So that was about Abhishek. You can still update. You need to spend a little more time here and then keep updating. Okay. And when you did this internship here, for example, you have written these 4 areas, right? Similarly, you can put bullet points for others also, like M-Pharm pharmaceutics, what you did, 4, 5 bullet points, and your certifications that you did. You're attending a session, then you learned 5 things, right? You can put those as a bullet point and then attach the certificate there. So what happens when somebody comes to your profile, he or she can see the certificates there itself. But if you're not putting the certificates there and you are putting that as a post, then they have to go and see all the posts that you have done and then look at the certificates, right? Which is not easy. No one will spend so much of time on our profile and look at this, right? Now, apart from certificates, you have not added anything. So that is another thing that I wanted to share, right? So you said you are research oriented. So why not talk something about research? Talk something about, let's say, how to do research, how to do literature review, how to put references, for example. What are the areas, what are the databases where you can do research, right? Don't post anything which is forbidden or anything which is proprietary. So let's say you work in Glenmark. So in Glenmark, within Glenmark, a lot of proprietary information, right? Don't share such information here in the public domain. Share anything which is based out of your experience, right? And that will definitely help. So again, this is what I was talking. You see here, the word B pharma is not written correctly. It has to be B dot pharm, dot space and farm. It is not B pharma, it is B farm. Unfortunately, most of us write our degrees in a wrong way. Now, how does it impact? When we write these keywords, right, these keywords help in building the search results. And when we write wrong keywords, it builds wrong search keywords, right? So when somebody is searching with the right keyword, these searches don't appear. Okay. So when we put some effort and then add our keywords correctly, it helps in building the right keywords. Okay. So that was for you, Abhishek. Anybody else wants me to review? All right, let's go to Nidan. Okay. Let me share the screen again. Why did I stop sharing? Okay. Let me share again. Was this useful, Abhishek? Let me know. Okay. Let's go to Nidan. Okay. Now, this is Nidan's profile. This is again M-Pharm pharmaceutics. It's fine. Try to smile, because smile instantly connects, right? All of us, when we want to connect to people, we prefer people who are smiling, right? So just smile. At least maybe you are a serious person, but at least for the photo, try to say cheese or smile and then take the picture and post it, right? Why do we say cheese or picture, smile when you are taking picture? Because that connects, right? That helps, because when we look at the picture after many months or years, what happens that, we imagine that situation during which the picture was taken, right? It definitely helps. Yes or no? All right. So that is one suggestion. Again, you see this banner is missing here. So banner is something that you can add here. Again, this can be about your research work that you are doing, or maybe the project that you are working on. It can be anything. This part you see here, the college logo is not appearing. So maybe what you can do, if your college official page does not exist on LinkedIn, you can talk to your principal, maybe faculty or HOD, and tell them that tell them to create one page. So when I was in the college, I created my college page. My college page was not there on LinkedIn earlier. And then it continues, right? So once you have the college page, then later on, anyone joins LinkedIn, they can still follow the page, right? So having a college with the logo of the college gives that credibility, right? If you don't put the profile picture, what happens? Will people trust you? Yes or no? How many of you think people will trust if you don't put a picture? Yes or no? No, right? Similarly, if the college does not have a logo, will people trust this as a college? No, right? So they'll say, okay, fine, this college does not exist on the platform, right? So it can create a wrong impression. So having a logo on the college, having the college description will definitely help. So if you want my help on this, let me know. You can connect with me later on, and maybe I can help your college to set up this page for you. Okay. That is the second one. So first one is your photo. Please smile. The second one is this banner. Add something. Upload this information here. And pursuing M-Pharm Pharmaceutics is fine. You don't need to put the college again here. Why? Because it's already there. On the right side, the college name is already there. So you don't have to put this information here. Maybe just say that, pursuing M-Pharm Pharmaceutics. That is also, in fact, not needed. You can talk a little bit about what research you are doing, right? Uh, that research information you can add. It'll, add better information. Okay. Again, if you come down here a little bit, let's come down. Okay. Here, this part. Okay. Let me erase this. Here you see this again, you have written the same thing, currently pursuing. So this is already covered here, right? No one wants to read the same information again and again, right? So maybe you can put a little bit more about what is your coursework and what kind of information you have added, what kind of research you are doing, what is your area of interest, right? What is it that you want to do in future? Do you want to get into R&D? Do you want to get into research? Do you want to get into, let's say, regulatory affairs or whatever areas? So what you are doing, what you want to do, and who you are currently. So that information, maybe in 3 to 4 paragraphs with bullet points you can add. Okay. Now, again, the same thing, the same suggestions what I gave to Abhishek. Please put all the certificates in the certification section, right? I'll show you, how to add when I log into my profile. Okay. So put that, and whatever content you are writing here, this hashtags are fine. This is all fine, no problem. ISF, all good, no problem. This is also fine. Write one of these. Two is not needed. Maybe one is good enough, right? One of these icons is good enough. This is all great. So I'll also like this. Okay. Let's go to the next one. All right. This is fine. Add this in the certifications part. Again, here, internship, you completed from June to last year, right? Write what you exactly did. Okay. So you write some few bullet points about what exactly you did. Again, the same suggestion here with logo. Again, the same suggestion here with logo. Now, if both the colleges do not have a page on the LinkedIn, then maybe you talk to the principal and the HOD and then maybe set up the page for them. They'll be very happy for you, right? For whatever you do. And then write a little bit about that because you have written pharmaceutics, you have written drug design. So why not add some content related to that? Okay. Yeah. So this is how you add the certificates. You see this? You added the certification, you have written about this. Write 2, 3 bullet points about what that virtual symposium was about. When you visited NIPER, what happened? NIPER is a great institution, right? For most of us, like I wanted to do my master's in NIPER, I did not get there. So for many of us wanted to do, many of us want to do a master's in NIPER, right? So it's a dream institution for many of us. Just write a little bit about NIPER. It will also advertise their facilities, plus it will also showcase what exactly you learned. Just putting the certificate, okay, it's fine. But then when you write a little bit more information, it helps others. Okay. Again, this is fine. You can also write a little bit more about this. Okay. Projects is fine. Again, this college details can be updated. And you can also update, if you did a project, you have written something on curcumin, you can upload that PDF if possible, if it is, your own copyright. And why is that important? Because curcumin research, a lot of people are working on curcumin research. And if they like your work, maybe they'll invite you, maybe you can partner with them, maybe both of you can work together, right? So When you put this information here, it helps others also, and it gives you an opportunity for you to establish connection, and also it can open up new opportunities for you. All right. So honors and rewards, all fine. Again, you can add a little bit more information. Again, for this college, logo, if possible, see if can be added, and update the same information here also. Okay. Whenever you are uploading the certificates, for example, right? If you're taking a picture of the printed certificate, uh, what app do you use normally? I suggest use Google Drive. Why Google Drive? Because when you use Google Drive to scan a picture, it gets the best version of the scan. That's number one. Number two, you can save that as a PDF. Okay. Number three, all the scans that you are taking will stay in your Google Drive folder. So whenever you want, you can go and access any point of time, right? So that those are the three advantages why you should use Google Drive for scanning the picture and then upload it. Okay. So, and everything stays with you forever, right? So that's the advantage. Instead of adding one more app to your phone only for scanning, you can use Google Drive for all the purposes. Okay. All right. So that was Nidan's profile. Nidan, I hope it was useful. Let me know. So let's go ahead and uh, review one more profile. Okay. And this is Babu Khan's profile. Sir, I'm in the first year of the project work, not started yet. What should I add? You can add about your synopsis, that this is the project that you are working on. Okay. You can write about the work that you are going to do. So you can add about that. Anything that adds value to your work. Okay. So this is Babu Khan's profile. Again, it's good. You have written, your profile looks good. Your photo looks good. Your background also looks good. This information is also fine. Your first is your B Pharm, right? So if your degree has to be the first always, then pharmacist second, then all these associations can be third and fourth. Okay, this is perfect. This is also fine. You have written well. Commitment to community and traveling and all of that. See if you can improvise. Add more content. For example, you worked as a hospital pharmacist. So when you worked as a hospital pharmacist, you are still working in hospital pharmacist. What is it that you learned from there? What kind of patients you are looking at? What is your kind of profile that you are working with HLL Life Care Limited, right? So you can write a little bit more about, because let's say if you want to work as a hospital pharmacist in future, then this will highlight your work to people, right? Now you're working in HLL Life Care as a pharmacist. Maybe you want to shift to an e-commerce domain tomorrow, right? When you highlight this work, that patient counseling, you do patient counseling, you read prescription, you interact with patients, you advise them on medicines. This helps to showcase what exactly you are working on. Okay. And this also connects people to your profile in a faster way. Okay. Here you can put in the form of bullet points. Again, Tata MG, some information if you possible, like this exactly. Yeah, you see this? You've added this beautifully. Similarly, you can add for HLL also. This helps you to go to the future job, right? Next job, whatever you are looking for. Based on that profile, try to add some content here. Okay. All right. Then again, Brookfield Hospital, see if they have a page. Okay. Rangia, just see if you can add something here. This is all fine. Assisted in dispensing of medications. Industrial training, again, see if you can add a little bit about what you learned when you went to industrial training. For example, I went to Remedix Pharma for my industrial training. I was part of all the units of Remedix Pharma, right? I was part of the regulatory QA, and all of these units I came to know. So I can write a little bit about that. This also helps the company to do their advertisement, because they helped us in providing the internship. So it is our responsibility indirectly to support the company also, to share a little thought about what company helped us and how they helped us. Okay. Otherwise, it all looks fine, and you have written all of this well. Okay. So digital marketing is picking up. So for all the pharmacists who, especially B Pharm pharmacists, if you have digital marketing certification, definitely it is going to add a lot of value to you. Okay. So have those certifications. Otherwise, Babukan, your profile looks good. Okay. Perfect. So that was about the review of profiles. Any other questions if you have? I'll take up some questions based on what you are asking in the chat box. Okay. Let me just go and look at questions on YouTube. I'm unable to share. Okay. So those of you who want to be part of the Zoom call, please use this link so that you can share your profiles. Okay. So I've just shared the Zoom call link for all of you who are on the YouTube. If you want to come to Zoom, please come. No problem. Let's come and discuss. All right. So meantime, others on Zoom, if you have any specific question, let's come back. Difference between literature review and review articles. So literature review is what you pick up a topic and then go do the research and identify the articles which are of use for writing content, right? When you are reviewing that literature, it is called literature review. When you write a review article, based on those articles, when you write a content, that becomes a review article. So literature review is a process. The review article is the outcome of that process. Okay. Literature review also happens when we do the synopsis writing, when we do the project writing, when we do the thesis writing, all of that. Okay. All right. Any other questions? Let's go ahead. How can I leverage LinkedIn's open to work feature discreetly while job seeking in a competitive industry? So my suggestion is don't use open to work. Why? Because when you are already working, when you put open to work, it gives a red flag to your employer. The employer comes to know that, okay, you are already working here and you're already looking for a job because your employer is also present on LinkedIn. So what you can do, you will start networking with your future, company employees, and then start pushing your profile to them uh, through direct messages. When you connect to them directly, what happens? You get a very high chance of referral within the organization. If they like your profile and if they like your work, then it becomes easier, right? If you're already working, please do not use open to work. Connect with people, build connections, and then apply through referral within the organization. I hope I answered that. Okay. Now let's look at one more profile. It is from Adnan. And I have to share my screen again. Okay, so I'll share it. All right, let me share the screen. So meantime, there is one question. Let me take. It is on, as a first timer, what should I write literature? Okay, so you have to write a review of literature first and then everything else becomes. So when you are writing your synopsis, for example, right, you do a literature review and then based on that only you come to a conclusion of the research work that you are going to do. So this is Adnan's profile. Let me know if you're able to see the screen. Yes, no in the chat box. Yes. All right. Yes, perfect. Okay. So let's go ahead and see what this profile is all about. Okay. So this is Adnan's profile. Clearly it says that, okay, Adnan Sheikh. So you don't have to put your name on the banner because it's already there, right? When you look at the banner, just below your photo, your name exists. So you don't have to write here. PharmD, medical content writer, it's perfectly fine. Your email is okay, also fine. Try to keep the email ID shorter, easy to remember, right? Putting so many digits, what happens when people are typing? Very high chance they might make mistakes on the email part, right? So keep it shorter, maybe easy to remember. That's my suggestion. Again, it's not a technical suggestion. It's just a suggestion to help others because when others are typing our email IDs, they should not find it uncomfortable, right? If they find it uncomfortable, then probably they may not type it off. Okay. Farm D, farm, there is no dot. It's a space D. Okay. So maybe you can make that correction. Open to work, that's okay if you are open to work. Again, doctor of pharmacy here is not needed because it's already written about it. And here you see, you have written clinical pharmacist, intern at this, content writer, volunteer. So many things are not needed. What is it that you want to tell people? One thing, right? When we write too many things in the description, it simply confuses people, right? So you're a pharmacist, you are a content writer or a aspiring medical writer. So just say, being a clinician or being a experienced clinical pharmacist, you want to utilize that expertise in uh, medical writing, or you just say uh, aspiring medical writer. Okay, so many things. What happens when you want to become a pharmacovigilance professional, expertise in research? So many things together confuses the audience, right? So one thing at a time is fine. YouTube link, perfectly fine, no problem. Open to work medical writing roles, it's okay. Certifications, again, same suggestion. You can put the certifications at the certification part and then write a little bit about them here. Okay. Same thing. Here also same thing you can do. Okay. Pharmacy mentors, you can write a little bit about what kind of mentoring you do for pharmacy students. Is it career related? Is it medical writing related? Is it something else? What is it that you are doing? Because the moment I say pharmacy mentor, I won't know what exactly. So you are missing out that audience. Now imagine I am a person who's looking for a mentor and I come to your website or come to your LinkedIn profile. If I know exactly what you're doing, it becomes easier for me to connect with you. Yes or no? Agree with me on this? Yes or no, Adnan? Yeah. So when people come to your profile, they're looking for some help from you. That's why they're coming to your profile. That they have searched your profile, they've liked your profile. That's why they have come to your profile. When you specify what exactly you can do for them, it becomes easier for them to connect with you, right? So always try to specify what exactly you do. And LinkedIn has beautifully given option for us to write in bullet points. So use that feature and write 4 or 5 sentences about in bullet point what exactly you can do for them, right? That helps them to connect with you instantly. Again, here, content writer, great. You worked in Abu Dhabi, UAE, and all of that. It's perfectly fine. What kind of content you wrote is important because it has to be related to something medical writing, right? You are trying to showcase that you can write medical content better. If you can showcase that expertise here in bullet points, it will help your future clients to connect faster. Okay, a volunteer methodrix.com, what it is, what kind of volunteering you did. Certificate is fine, but I may not go and open the certificate. I may want to know what exactly you did first, and then I would like to open the certificate and open it. Again, for certificates, the same suggestion. Whenever you are scanning, use Google Drive, uh, download that as a PDF, and name the file. Now, what has happened? You have taken the picture and you have downloaded and you have not changed the name of the file. Name of the file is 1001362206. Does not make any sense, right? So maybe put the name of the certificate or the course, whatever you did, and then upload it. So when people are looking at this, they know that you did uh, from Medotrix, you worked as a volunteer and for this role, right? So it becomes easier for them to connect with you. All right. So you did some internship with Curio. It's fine. Again, the same thing. You can also write a little bit about what kind of mentorship or training they did. And again, the certificate when you're uploading, rename it. So it just takes few seconds, right? Download on your computer or directly put the name in your mobile and then upload it. When you're renaming it, it becomes easier. Again, the same thing here. See if you can be with the logo part here. And again, logo part here, because you already have put the logo here. You see this? It's a logo. So use the same company page. Now it looks like they have one page with logo and one more page without logo. Now it may not give a good impression, right? When you're putting the same company page, it becomes easier and it gives more credibility. A GCP training is fine. Write at least 3 4 sentences about what you learned in GCP, right? Good clinical practice. uh, International webinar on pharmacogenomics, again, same thing. You can write a little bit about that. Okay. And then otherwise, it looks good. So you have put 29 licenses and certification, which is very good. And it will definitely help people to connect with you really, really faster. Okay. and see if you can get some endorsement from people who are part of your, yeah, you have already taken some recommendations, which is very good. Okay, so these kind of recommendations help people to connect with you faster, and also showcase your skill and expertise to the outside world, right? Now people will know that, okay, these are the people who Dan has worked with, and he has got the review from them or recommendation from them. It definitely helps them. Okay, publication, see if you can put this in the sentence case. Uh, to me personally, reading in capital letters, all capital letters, is not very comfortable. And when I interact with my international friends, they also say the same thing, that they prefer to read content in sentence case or proper case and not in the capital letter. How many of you thinks that reading is difficult in capital letters, all capital letters? Type D in the chat box if you feel it is difficult. Yeah, yeah, it's difficult. Yeah, it's not easy. Definitely, it is not easy. It is definitely not very easy to read a capital letter. So write in sentence case. You have done all of this. You see this, all this content written in sentence case or the proper case. It looks much better. So maybe you can do that. Just change the case, copy and paste on Microsoft Word and change the case and then upload it. Okay. And then write a little bit about that publication. Now, in this case, I have to open the publication and then read it. I know the title here, but imagine if you can paste the abstract of the publication here itself with the keywords, it will also help you to get the searchability on the content. Now, just having the content on LinkedIn is not enough. It has to be searchable. People should be able to use keywords and then search your content, right? That is how it helps. These are all fine. Master certificate course in cardiology, you can write a little bit about what exactly you did there. Write a little bit about this chess competition, and it was a new experience for you, right? Because pharmacy college organizing a chess competition is rare. So if they organize, then what you learned, maybe you can write a little bit of that. This also creates a good impression about this college for other students who are visiting your profile, right? We are here to support each other. Please remember this. Your profile should be connecting to people who are visiting your profile, and they should also like the organization that you're posting about. So it is a win-win situation, not just for you, but also for the organizations whose names are mentioned here, the people whose details are mentioned here. So always let's create a good atmosphere for others also, not just for ourselves, but for others also. All right, publications are all fine. You can follow the same thing for other publication. Otherwise, it looks great. Your profile is good, Adnan. Thank you. All right. Okay, perfect. So that was about the profile review. I hope I reviewed all the profiles which I got, the links of which are I got. Okay. So there is this question from Gautam. He says, how to find job in LinkedIn as a fresher. So Gautam, what kind of job are you looking for? Let me know in the chat box. What kind of job are you looking for? You need to answer that to me first, and then let me go ahead and tell you. Are you still there? Or anyone on Zoom, if you're there, let me know what kind of job are you looking for. Let's go and do a live demo. Okay. Anyone, anyone who's looking for a job can put in the chat box. No problem. Clinical research. So I'll go with the first. Okay. So first, fingers first, right? So let's go ahead with clinical research. Okay. Or let's go ahead with clinical research. I'll share my screen again, and let's go into drug safety associate. Okay, so let's go ahead with this. You can apply for anything. Okay, so let's go ahead with clinical research. Now, if you come to this page here, hopefully my screen is visible to you all. Yes, no? Yes, no in the chat box. Yeah, perfect. So when you come to the LinkedIn as a platform, there is this tab called jobs. Okay, so click on the jobs tab. It'll take you to this page here. Okay, now you can type a title directly here and then location. These two are important. For example, which is the place where you are looking for Babu Khan? Which area, which state, which location? Location is important. Otherwise, it will search everywhere. Okay. So let's go and search for India by default and see what kind of results you get. You see this? When I search for India, what happened? I got for, see, North India or South India is a very generic term. We cannot search like that. We need to be very specific, right? But in general, I'm sharing this information. Okay, so let's search for India by default. And when you look at this page, what is happening? There are few important things we need to remember on this page. Okay, what are the important things? See this part here. How many of you look at this part, which is called promoted? Promoted, yes, no? See this here? Promoted. Promoted, right? Are you able to see this part here? Promoted. Okay. What is this means? Any idea what is this means? Yeah. This means that these companies are paying LinkedIn to promote this job to get the right candidate. Okay, understood? Now, LinkedIn is charging them, right? So it is the responsibility of LinkedIn to provide them the best profiles. Yes or no? Yes, right? So when you upload your profile correctly or update your profile correctly, if you have the right skills, LinkedIn will notify about this position to you. Okay. If not, LinkedIn will not notify. That is the reason why your profile has to be updated correctly with the keywords. Now, how to know those keywords? Let's look at this. Okay. Clinical research, right? So let's look at something specific to clinical research. These are all medical writing. Okay, it's okay. And let's look at something for entry level positions. Okay, so these are all medical writing opportunities, but again, medical writing happens in clinical research also, so it's okay. We can pick up one of these. Okay. Let's take this one for example. Okay, MSL. When you come to this profile, there are a few things we need to remember. When you come click on this page, look at the right side part. First, they'll say is what kind of position it is. It's full-time position. Then it will talk about the job description. Regarding job description, I have already sent you all of your link on how to read job description and all of that. So please go through that video. Once you come down here, you can also see what they're expecting from you. What are the activities you are doing? What is your qualification? Okay. And when you are sending this application, where is this job location going to help you? All right. So all these details are there. In case you are looking for an internal reference, then you can use this reference code. If you know somebody in the buyer company, you can send this reference code to them and then ask if they have a vacancy and they can refer you internally, right? Now, one very important thing to remember is whenever you are applying for a reference in an organization, and you are also looking for online opportunities, applying online. Online, if you apply for an internal reference, please don't apply online, because the moment you apply online, the internal reference will not work. Any idea why it will not work? Because the HR would have got your application from this portal, and when some employee refers your profile internally, HR will not like that, right? Why? Because there is always a referral bonus for good candidates in the companies, right? Now, HRs will not want to spend that money. Yes or no? Agree with me on this? So HRs don't like to spend money. They want everything for free from these profiles, right? So if you already have applied online, you cannot ask for internal reference. Now, if you have somebody within the company to go for internal reference, then don't apply online. Okay. Next question is, according to job description, should we tailor our resume or use keywords from the job? Okay, so this is a very good question. Whenever you are applying for any job, you have to tailor your resume every time. Don't send the same resume and just add few keywords and send it. No, you have to tailor the entire resume based on the job description. Now, if you're looking at this job description, they have certain requirements. You see this basic understanding of clinical trials, design, and rationale. If I don't have that knowledge, can I apply for this job? Yes, no? No, right? Company will not like my profile. So I should have this as a basic qualification. I should have good presentation, not good. They're asking for excellent presentation in written and verbal communication. If I don't have, then better to avoid applying for this one. Now, there is another rule, okay? Let's say you are confident that you can learn. So let's say that you are confident to learn excellent presentation skills in 10 days time, then apply for this job and keep learning. By the time you get the interview call, probably you would have learned excellent presentation. So the job descriptions can also be used for learning and upskilling. You know exactly what companies are looking for, and based on that you can keep upskilling, right? So whenever you are reading a job description, two things: you know what is your expertise, you also know what is it that you need to learn. And if you can prepare, make a note of all the skills the companies are looking for, and then you can apply, different tools or different you take up different courses and learn those skills, then you can become better and better and better. And one day, you can match all these job descriptions and definitely apply with a lot of confidence. Whenever you are applying, ensure that you know at least 30 to 40% of the job description's content. You cannot be 100% perfect. Even today, if I look at so many job descriptions, I'm not 100% perfect in all the job descriptions. It is impossible. None of us can be perfect that way, right? But if I'm confident that I can learn, I can, ensure that I can upskill by the time the interview happens, and I can also learn even after applying for the organization, then it is okay. Believe me, no organization wants you to learn once you are in the organization, because they want to extract work from you and not allow you to just keep learning, right? They don't want to pay you for learning. They want to pay you for working for them and giving outputs for the organization. Yes or no? So I hope I answered that. Okay. So to pass the ATS, the best is to use all the keywords from the job description, update the resume, and then apply. Okay. All right. Perfect. So I think we completed all the questions, and I also gave a demo on how to search for jobs on LinkedIn. You can apply these same tactics for applying for any kind of job. Okay. All right. You can also filter here by remote, on-site, or hybrid, and accordingly you can apply. You can also use this feature to connect with people. For example, let's say I want to apply to buyer, but I don't know anyone in the company. I can click on this logo here, go to the company's page, and see who are the people who are connected with me. Now, in this case, you see, there are 16 people who are connected with me. So it is easy. I can just talk to these 16 people and see, ask for a referral. Now, if I don't know anyone, then click on this option called 10,000 employees and then see who are the people who can help you out. Now, these are the people, right? There are so many people who are there. Now, let's say I want to apply and I don't know anyone, right? So what do? I'll click on any one of the name I like. So for example, I like Dr. Himanshu's photo. So let me click on this. Okay. Now, Dr. Himanshu, and I am connected through 101 people. I'm not connected with him directly, but there are 101 people who can refer me. Now, if I want to connect with any one of this, now let's say, for example, Shweta, right? So I can ask Shweta that, okay, Shweta, can you refer me to Dr. Himanshu? Okay. I can ask Dr. Akbar, for example, Dr. Akbar and I have worked in the previous organization. So I can ask him, Dr. Akbar, can you refer me to Dr. Himanshu? And he can get Dr. Himanshu's email ID and contact number, and then I can just connect with him, right? So this is how you use your referral on LinkedIn and then connect with people. Okay. All right. I hope I answered all the questions. So guys, how was the session? Was it useful? Let me know. Yes, no in the chat box. Any other question? Quickly, we can take one or two questions. If there are no questions, perfect. Thank you so much. I think we spent a good time with each other. We have learned something. So next, what is the next step? So next step is go to your LinkedIn profile, update it as much as possible, and ask yourself this question. If you are the recruiter of a company, and if you come to this profile, would you hire this person? If yes, why? If no, why? And then once you get those questions, try to, update according to the answers, right? Whatever questions you have asked yourself. This way, you can keep updating your profile all the time, and then keep posting content, keep networking with people, follow people, and then ask for a referral, right? And also, one more thing, very important, especially for pharmacy students here. Uh, Most of the time, what happens, our pharmacy students don't reach out to alumni for anything, right, in their life. Only when they're completing their degrees, they reach out to their alumni for asking for referral. Now, tell me how many of the alumni will refer us, right? Hardly anyone, right? Because if I don't know a student, of course, I may love my college, I may like my organization, institution, everything. But if I don't know the person as such, then probably referral becomes a little difficult, right? So make sure that at least you are connected to your immediate seniors or their seniors, and then build some kind of connection with them. So when you send your resume to them, they find a reason to refer you in the organizations where they are working on, right? So building connection is absolutely important, and LinkedIn can be a powerful way to do it. All right. So perfect, guys. Thank you so much for your time, and I hope this session was useful. If you have any more thoughts, questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I'm available on LinkedIn. I try to respond to as many questions as possible. Apart from that, you can also go to my YouTube channel. And then there are a lot of resources for you as a pharmacy professional, right? So when you go to, let's say, my YouTube channel, I have tried to upload almost all the resources directly for all of you. And you can continue to learn, because we are learning for only 4 days, 5 days here. But then, of course, when you go and learn on the YouTube, it can be much more easier for you. All right. And you can go and search for content for almost all the areas, right? I have tried to upload all the different types of content here. Let me just quickly share the screen for all of you. Okay. This is the link. I'll share this link in the chat box for all of you. Okay, this is the link. And when you come to this link, what happens? Okay, I'll also share on the YouTube. Just give me one second. All right. So when you come to this, YouTube channel, you can learn different things. For example, I have compiled all the resources related to medical writing, all the resources related to research and writing. For nursing, also, I did a couple of webinars, so they are there. Then LinkedIn, if you want to learn, there are 9 videos, I think 8, 9 hours of content, right? This is related to my college. If you are from my college, most welcome. You can look at that. I used to conduct a session called Pharma Stars. So these were the students who used to learn with me on different areas of personal development. I used to conduct a 5 a.m. club uh, 2, 3 years back. So all the details are there in this one. Okay. Then all these pharmacy careers related, there are over 80 hours of content related to different career opportunities. You can look at them. Then if you want to grow personally, there are some personal growth related tips, resume making, then how to search a job, how to apply for different kind of jobs and all of that. Okay. If you want inspirational videos, you can go and watch this. So I try to keep updating as and when I get some time, from my schedule, and do these sessions. So if you like the work, you can always subscribe and keep following me and keep learning together. All right. So with this note, thank you so much for all of your time, and I hope it was useful. We'll meet again tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll talk a little bit about regulatory affairs as career options, because most of you wanted to understand about regulatory affairs. And our expert speaker, Mr. Venkat, He comes with over 20 years of experience in regulatory affairs. He'll talk about what to expect in regulatory affairs in a different way. And we'll also try to share a lot of resources for you to learn regulatory affairs. Okay. So thank you so much, everyone, on YouTube and Zoom for your time. Keep learning and keep growing. I hope to get feedback from you. And based on this feedback, of course, you'll get the certificate of participation. So thank you so much, everyone. Uh, if you're good to go, thank you. Let's meet again tomorrow. Okay. So let me stop sharing on YouTube. Thank you, everyone.